Welcome back to another Cities Skylines video. It has been a little while, and no, I don't want that to become a recurring intro to these videos. I am really hoping to get back onto more regular uploads. Probably not as regular as they were, a few months ago where we were doing 3 a week, but, I want to do more than 1 every few months. That's just not good enough. And, I want to apologize for that. But, between my main channel being very busy with new content and a bunch of stuff we're doing in real life, we've been doing renovations on our home. So it's been quite busy. And, that's not an excuse, but it's more just an explanation of where the content's been. But boy, I'm so excited to be building. Now, right off the bat, we're starting off with this time lapse. There'll be a video chapter down below if you want to skip to the end of the time lapse, and I'll do a recap of everything that was done and just give a quick overview of the new stuff. Now, I believe, if I recall, last time we were working in this area of the city, this was planned to be like a zoo. I kind of decided, in the amount of time since the last part, that doesn't really make a lot of sense. I mean, it'd be cool, but it's also pretty prime real estate right next to the downtown of the city. Like, it's right here, this big, beautiful hill. You're going to get all these amazing views. Also, trying to build a zoo on this would be a nightmare because it is really hilly. So all the buildings would probably look really bad. So I was like, okay, I think this would make more sense as some really nice housing, low density, expensive homes on this hillside overlooking the downtown. I think that's a great idea. So that is where we're going with it. And that's what I'm doing. I guess you could think almost, Hollywood Hills style. Not that bougie, but, I'm using these particular houses. I think they're the SoCal houses. So Southern Californian cliff houses. They have a downslope version and an upslope version. We've used them in the city around the place, but they work really well on these sort of hillside communities. So I thought, let's do that. Let's get these in here. I think that'll make sense. We're using the really thin little roads as well on a lot of this hillside. Now, I did actually do a lot of building for this episode. Not all of it's recorded because there was just so much, a lot of fiddling around, a lot of little details I was doing, and just trying to build quite a bit. So we get the gist of it. There's quite a lot shown in this time lapse, but there's also a few bits that we'll have a look at once we jump into the rest of the video. But yeah, so I just wanted this. And I actually thought, at the end of the day, I think this transition works quite well because obviously the downtown of the city is cut off by that big highway that's right next to this area, which, that gives us a good point of transition. We've got the cargo rail and stuff right there. I mean, look, like I said, I don't think this is going to be the most expensive place to live. It's a pretty nice place to live, but at the end of the day, it's still next to this highway, and it's still next to like the cargo rail on the other side of the highway. It probably wouldn't be that quiet, but it is conveniently located near the downtown. So I think that would probably make it a little bit of a more expensive area to live, especially with the low density housing rather than apartment blocks. So there's no apartments over here. Obviously we have those offices and stuff, and I do a little bit of a commercial zone as well. I'm also dabbling in a little bit of zoning here because I do place a lot of these houses manually, but I mean, I can't do that in the entire city. And like, I think it was one of the last couple episodes where we sort of zoned in a huge amount of high density that is now, unfortunately, it kind of looks even worse than when I originally zoned it. Again, we'll have a look when we jump into the rest of the video, but because it's leveled up, because I've done a bunch of building now where I've added in all the services and schools and parks and all that kind of stuff. So those buildings that I placed last time have like leveled up and look potentially even worse. Though at the moment, I'm just going to leave it because, number one, we're not staring at it all day, every day. It's kind of just sitting there in the background. And number two, we actually really need the population. Once we hit 65,000 population, we unlock every single tile on this map. And at this point, I'm not sure if I'm just going to unlock it by clicking the button or if we're going to try and get 65,000 because it's getting really hard. And I know I was really determined originally to do it legitimately, unlock it at every milestone, do it the right way, but I don't know that we can without it just looking like trash, to be honest. I mean, like we did before, where we just zoned a whole area, then we demolished a whole area. I mean, we could do that, but then it's like, if we're doing that, the why, we might as well just click the unlock all button. Because especially at this point, like before, you know, it was fun because we could hit the milestones and progress and unlock one tile. Whereas, you know, if before I hit the unlock all thing, we would have gone from, you know, 3 or 4 tiles to every single tile. At this point, the next milestone is every single tile. So maybe it makes sense to just hit that unlock all button at this point because, yeah, I don't know. So that's something I'm contemplating. I know a lot of you have already suggested that, and it would also open up the map so we don't have to cram everything into this little space we've got, which would be good. Because like I said, it is becoming a little tight. Now, just doing a little bit of terraforming on this hillside here because it was very smooth and it just looked a little silly. So roughening it up a little bit. I also do, you know, there's loads of trees. Very green, very leafy in this area. I also do some rock assets as well, some like rocks and cliff rocks around the place. And I think that looks pretty good. So this area, yeah, it's very close to the downtown, close to this very complicated highway network that we've got there with all those different lanes. I actually really love, I love coming back to the city and looking at that highway there because it is ridiculous. There's lanes going everywhere. It really reminds me of Sydney. Sydney in Australia, where it's just the worst highway setup. You know, it was built years ago and they keep trying to add to it. There's not really room, so there's just lanes everywhere, merging from the inner section of the highway to the outer. You know, that's why I really love that area because it reminds me of home. It's really nice like that. So yeah, I love seeing that, and I want to. Oh, that's the other thing. I can't wait till we extend the map because I want to build a nice motorway that comes into the city, or a highway that comes into the city that doesn't go through the city. Because as you guys remember, you know, we got the suburban core of the city on the other side of the river. But we essentially direct all highway traffic through that at the moment because there's no room to build a highway. And that's fine. I actually really like that aspect of it where it's a little bit jank and this has happened. But I'm looking forward to building a new highway to the city. Oh, so yes, here, this was the perfect place. I finally decided, and I think you guys also suggested this in comments in previous episodes, to have mansions in this area of the city. And I was like, yes, this, now that I've built up this area a little bit, makes sense to have mansions on the top here. So that's what we're doing. This is where the mansion zone is. And they actually make sense. We still have the other ones on the other side of the city that I haven't demolished, so we should probably go back and fix that up. But maybe we'll do that today in the rest of the episode once we jump into the game. But yeah, so we got the mansions up here. I mean, they're nothing fancy because I actually don't really have many assets to put in the backyards. Like I did a couple tennis courts. I think I might need to download some like swimming pool assets or something, just so you know it looks like they have something. Because at the moment they have big plots of land, which is great. It looks nice, but there's nothing in their backyards. Like I've just done trees. Like I think it looks fine. I don't want to go overboard and like really heavily detail. Like I don't even really want to put like chairs or umbrellas or that kind of stuff because we're never going to zoom in that much. So I don't want to detail it massively. But I mean, swimming pools is something you see, you know, when you're zoomed way out. So maybe I should get some assets like that, some larger assets. And then yeah, I also realized I had to manually add in all the paving here. So. Which is great for customization, but it's also, I was like, oh yeah, I should probably do that. So I have some decal assets in my game already. So I was like, okay, I can build some stuff here. Now I cut out most of this. Like you're seeing a couple of the houses, but I cut out the rest because it was a bit tedious and it was a bit boring to watch. So I did that. This is like the biggest house. It's got this sweet plot of land at the end there of that street. But yeah, again, they don't really have anything in their backyard. So if you have any suggestions of assets or items that we could put back there, like big things, like I said, I don't want to detail tiny little tables and that kind of stuff. Yeah, big items would be good. Maybe we could get like a garage asset or something as well. I don't know. Yeah, so we're just extending this residential neighborhood all throughout this hillside. I don't even show all of it because, again, it's mostly the same thing over and over again. And I will tour it, of course, when we jump into the game, but we'll see a good chunk of it here where this is a little highway connection I added. Obviously, it only connects to one direction on the highway, but there are alternate routes where you can get to this area, or you can get onto the highway from this area, or get off the highway into this area from other locations. So it's not supposed to be an all-encompassing highway on and off ramp, but it's just supposed to be a convenient point for some of these residents. And thankfully, it hasn't really caused too many issues at all, at least not that I've seen yet. We'll see how it goes when we're in game as well. Now, this is just a little commercial strip for this area. You know, I thought this probably should have something in it. You know, we're very close to the downtown, so there would be some sort of commercial, something going on here. It wouldn't all just be houses. So we did a few little shops here, and you know, petrol station here. And I did a competing petrol station, I think, on the other side. I think they're just great little realism factors to add in. A little bit of fun. And I thought I'd just do a little fence around this commercial district because it is so close and so ingrained into this residential neighborhood. I was like, maybe let's do a little bit of fence, a little bit of, you know, trees and bushes and stuff around it, just to make it feel like it sort of makes sense in that place and it's not just in someone's backyard. So I think it turned out pretty well. Like, it's pretty basic, but I think the general idea and layout and space of it all kind of works. I mean, look, they've got a Subway and a Domino's right there. Beautiful. Probably not the stores I would have picked, but that's just the assets I have in my game. So I don't want to go ahead and add too much to my game because I'm actually running out of RAM, like system memory, while playing City Skylines now. So I think I need to upgrade. My old computer, I used to have 64 gigs. This one only has 32. So I have actually ordered more because I've got so many dang assets in this game. This is the one game or the one thing I do on my computer that requires like unlimited RAM. And actually, there's another, I don't know if you guys saw, there's another expansion pack for cities coming out. And I actually don't know when the date is. But every expansion they add and content creator packs they add, that also takes up more RAM. So I'm like, oh, I should probably upgrade because we're going to start having issues if I can't run this city anymore. So this area here with the cargo station, I was like, okay, we finally need to, there's a few gaps there. I was like, I finally need to add a few more things in there because it's this huge gap of land right in the downtown area. So I was like, let's add a few offices in, as you saw. I sort of cut it into this train station there as well. And a few more houses in this area, just showing a little bit more of the house selection. You know, I'm selecting some of the, I think it was a campus DLC creator pack, those houses. I love them, actually. They're a really great choice to just put generic houses around. I think they fit in really well. I mixed those in with the Boomer set of houses and also this SoCal set of houses. Like these few different styles of houses, you know, they don't all look exactly the same, but I think all of them, color scheme wise, go together pretty well. Like it looks like one cohesive neighborhood and suburb, at least around this area, which I'm pretty happy with, to be honest. Especially with how hilly it is. Like, if you look closely, you'll see probably some crazy cliffs and hills. I tried, for the most part, just to cover it with trees, to be honest. Just putting trees and bushes in generally works pretty well. So that's what I went with. And it turned out pretty well. Like, to be honest, like, yeah, if we zoom in and did, like, a first-person drive through the area, probably be pretty bad. Now, finally working on this area again. I think, did I do this last episode or the episode before? We put down a few of these unique buildings to turn it into like an entertainment hub. And man, it was ugly. You know, I know when I did it, I said, you know, we're going to come back and do it. But I had to do it now because it was just so ugly. Like it still needs some work. It's still not done. Don't think that I'm finished in this area because I'm not. But, you know, we put in a public library here. We're doing a few parks around this area. I also want to revamp the park just at the top of the screen here too, because that's also kind of not very nice looking. So there's a few ideas I want to do. However, the next expansion pack that I mentioned before, I think, was it Parks and Plazas? Something about plazas and pedestrian areas. So I don't want to go too heavy on this area right now, because I'm going to guess that DLC probably has some stuff for us to add. So we're going to come back. We're going to do that. It's going to be great, hopefully. Hopefully it's going to be great. We'll see. Yeah, so just doing some parking around this area because we had an ugly parking lot there before. I mean, that doesn't look great either. I think it looks good in the sense that it's ugly good. But before it was just ugly. So I wasn't happy with that. Now I'm actually extending our tram line because we just had that weird little tram circle turnaround at the other end, or just at the end of the road. That was always temporary. I thought this could be our official termination of these two tram lines down here by these two unique buildings. Actually, 3 unique buildings. Actually, 4, because I think there's also that zoo area. You know, there's a bunch of stuff around here, so it made sense, I think, to extend the tram lines down here. We can also create a much better tram turnaround point. You can see that I'm doing here. It's also crossing these roads, so I did a lot of work to make it look pretty neat. You know, it's not perfect, but you can see there. Did some line work blended it all in. I think it looks pretty good. And then obviously that little road that goes over the tram lines is just for parking and dropping off. So that's that. And then here, I was originally going to terminate one of the 2 tram lines right here and have a tram stop and a tram turnaround. But you'll quite quickly realize the same thing that I did whilst I was doing this. Number one, it's a really stupid layout, like having one tram cut in front of the other one. Number 2, it looks pretty ugly, which is, the main issue with it. I mean, I'm looking at it, I'm like, what? Like, why am I doing this? This is stupid. So I was like, let's just have them both run all the way down to those unique buildings. And that would just make way more sense. So yeah, we can see we have those 2 tram lines that come this way. They head down the road further. And yeah, I think it actually worked out really well. And then I just built up a little bit more of this waterfront area with pathways so pedestrians can walk down here. A few trees, really nothing fancy. I do want to add some more stuff to this beachfront because obviously I want people to use the beach area, but it's so big. It like basically stretches the entire rest of the map, I think, off to the left. So we obviously can't do too much. So I think keeping it basic is probably the best way to go about it, which I think this is good, but we'll add, like you saw, I added a few gazebos and stuff before. We'll add park stuff like that, maybe like a pier or 2 out over the water. Is there any way we could, oh my gosh, we could probably build a theme park pier. I was gonna say, is there a theme park pier asset? Though, because of how big this beach is, we could probably just build one ourselves out of keys, put the theme park on top of it. Oh my gosh. Maybe we can do that today. I didn't actually have a plan of what we're going to do in the actual gameplay today, but maybe that's a potential. We'll see. We'll see. No promises, but that is an idea, and I like the sound of it. Yeah, so this pathway here is just one that runs parallel to the road. Nothing too fancy. We got so many transportation options here. I should say pathways. We got the bike lane there, obviously the buses, the trams, but there's not a lot of stuff here. Like, there's not a lot of reason for people to be using all this transportation option. It's not completely dead. We actually do see people walking down here and all that, but I think we definitely need to add more attractions, and maybe a theme park could actually be a good way to do it, potentially. Or like a pier, like maybe just like a roller coaster and something else. So, I don't know. There's options. There's definitely options. But this is it. Pretty much for the time lapse here, just a few little finishing touches here on this waterfront area. Just a couple pathways. I made sure to do pathways and crossings so it's all as accessible as possible because I want people to actually walk around here and cycle around here and do all that kind of stuff. And I think it turned out pretty good. But let's go ahead and actually jump into the game right now. All right, welcome to the gameplay portion of the video. If you jumped forward, welcome. If you didn't, let's have a look at everything we did. So I did a few little trees around here, which to be honest, I maybe should remove some more of these because these are helipads. I think I did. Look, I had a lot of fun with trees, okay? So I might cut those back a bit. But yeah, I just added a few little office blocks around here. Oh, actually, I need to detail this area a bit more. Yeah, this was just a rough little area I did very quickly because there was just nothing going on here. It looked really empty sitting next to the area we just built, which is obviously all this housing right here on this hillside, which I think, I mean, we only saw pretty much like this little bit. I did all this section of here, all the top around the bit. I think it really, really works. Like, it just looks like a really leafy area, and I think I might do something similar here, where we have these 2 abandoned mansions, because that's just an empty mountain. But yeah, I think that really works. So we've got now this, I love this juxtaposition of this really leafy green area, then this big highway, big train line, and then we're in the city. I think that actually looks really cool, and I'm actually really, really happy with that. So let's have a little tour of the area. Up top, we have the mansions, which, like I said in the time lapse, I do need to do a little bit more detail around here. Mainly just some big things in the backyard. We're never going to zoom in like too closely. I just did some basic pathways for most of these just to have like a little entrance. And then, yeah, just some decals there. This one I haven't even done yet. But, you get the idea, because I didn't want to go too far on this because I think I need to get a few extra things just to finish up the area. And then I did some, big rocks and stuff around this mountain just to make it look a bit more interesting. I also had a road run down this side to connect around just so you don't, so like if you came down this way from the highway, you cut down this way instead of going through all this, mountainous, well, not mountainous, let's say hilly suburbs here. And yeah, and then we just have all these little roads winding around the mountain, nice big cliffs in the middle. I think it actually looks really cool. Like this area is pretty cool, having all these houses here. I think I'm actually going to downgrade this road. I did it 4 lanes originally, thinking we were going to have a lot of stuff going on over here. Obviously, we have a lot of stuff, but nothing high density. But that 4 lane is definitely too much in the area. I might even change these. I did leave these here originally, but looking at it now, I don't know that it totally worked. Maybe it'll look better when we downgrade the road, but we'll see. Yeah, just a really hilly area. I love, like, we got some pathways sort of running through it too. So there are some decently connected areas like there. Got a few cul-de-sacs, you know, down the bottom here. And then like where it's really steep, I've put in some rocks so it actually makes sense and it's all kind of, looks like it's somewhat supported. Obviously, like I said in the time-lapse, if you look really closely, I mean, you have these huge concrete sections here where maybe not the best looking. I did originally have a lot more trees, but it kind of looked ridiculous. Like it looked like we were in the middle of some rainforest or something. So I toned back the tree count a little bit. So these houses are kind of more the sort of SoCal cliff houses, which I guess look maybe a little bit more expensive. Going over this way, we go into more of the sort of university campus and boomer asset houses that I have. And then some of the Australian themed houses as well around here. Just more, I guess, suburban sprawl kind of style in this area, which I think also works quite nicely. And then that curves around into another school district, which is obviously, there's not much going on around it yet, but I needed some more schools in the area, not only for these guys, but also for all of this. So thought this is a good solution. We got a big high school there, elementary school, some tennis courts, dog park, you know, that kind of stuff. Sporting field just over there. Yeah, I really, really like it. We got this little commercial hub. I guess you could almost call it a town center of this suburb. You know, this is where they'd go, their local shops and all that. Got a couple of petrol stations just here. Also got a community school here because I really wanted something next to the highway in this little space. Obviously not housing because that's just an awful, awful place to live. The cargo rail line, the highway. I mean, across the road here is not much better. It's still really close, but I mean, right there would be not ideal. Next to this giant interchange as well. And then yeah, through here we got a Shake Shack, of course. We've got to get that in somewhere. Police station, a little sort of sporting area here with a skate park, parking lot, basketball courts. Thought that looked quite cool, nestled in here in this little busy area. And then that's the original bridge we already had from a long time ago. So that just comes over here, joins up to the area. I kind of decided, we had a road here. I decided I don't think I want to build anything here. In terms of buildings, I think maybe cargo yard, because this is a cargo rail. Maybe we could do a bunch of like rail lines here and have like a cargo warehouse or something like that. I don't know. I thought that might work well because I don't think I want to sprawl any more buildings in this zone. We might do some more suburbs here, but no more high density on this side, which I think was the original plan, but I've decided not to do that. So that's all this area. That's the big, I guess the most change that we've had. And I think it definitely sort of goes a long way to making this whole section of the city look more filled in and more completed than it was before, having that big blank section right there. We got to do the cargo stuff too, don't we? Cargo shipping over here. We'll get to that. Now, the other big thing I did was, of course, along the waterfront here, we got this tram line that runs. You remember before we had the weird roundabout thing here, which I say, you know, I just do that temporarily. Like down here, this one is obviously, this is even worse because look how small it is. There's no way this tram going around this turnaround is going to look normal. Are you ready for this? Let's see. Yeah, it just breaks the asset. I only do that just to make it turn around. We could do a bigger thing, but I'll build something proper at some point now, much like we did over here. So yeah, the tram, we have 2 tram lines here. Actually, let me jump out here so we can have a look at the tram lines. Here we go. So we can see we've got the purple tram line, the yellow tram line. They now both share this section of track. So there's a couple stops just here. They both stop there, which as you can see is a pretty busy area. And I'm actually really enjoying how many people we have walking along this pathway and how many people use this. People using the gazebos, getting into the city area here. That actually seems to be working pretty well. Anyway, those continue down here. One of them, I believe, let's have a look. Yeah, the yellow stops on this side, the purple stops on the other side, just so that, you know, they have individual stops. And then that obviously gets you here to the Expo Center, Museum of Modern Art, Public Library, the zoo, and then also this one over here, the Theater of Wonders. You know, there's a lot of stuff over here. So that's a pretty good hub. I might continue the tram line at some point. No, I don't think I will, because if this is going to be the extent of high density in the city, like I said, I don't want to do any more high density that way. I don't think I really want it to go any further this way. It's going to start becoming suburbs, and then it would just end, maybe go to farmland, or then even just have a small town somewhere else. Like, I don't think it's gonna go too much further than that, at least not in that direction. Like, I think we could potentially have another high density section of city maybe over here. Or like, obviously not this big, like a smaller area. Something like that, because we'll do airport maybe over there. Wasn't this originally an airport DLC city? We haven't even, we haven't even got the land for the airport yet. We'll get that, we'll get that. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, this will be the tram line here, and I quite like this little, I don't know, I had a bit of fun detailing this. Crossed hatch sections, you know, where the trams go across. Actually disabled crossing of pedestrian through this whole area. I think they can cross, yeah, they cross here. So pedestrians shouldn't, I guess they could technically walk all the way around here to get over, but I don't think they do because it doesn't really make sense, so that's that. And then, yeah, we have this pathway that goes along this section of beach, at least in front of the downtown core. Like I said, I think I want to do some sort of theme park here. Not theme park. Well, I say theme park because, you know, we'll use the theme park stuff, but like it would be like a Santa Monica style kind of pier out here. It could be quite cool. And I think that's it. Is that all? That's it. Oh, no. I did some stuff over here. This wasn't even in the time lapse. I just neatened up this shopping area a little bit, which I think I intended to do after the last episode. I don't know if I don't even remember what I said in the last video. It was so long ago. But, you know, I did a key here, so flattened out this parking lot, lowered this one, so, you know, because it was really, really uneven before. Little key here, neatened it up, you know, a few trees around the area. Just made it look a little bit nicer. I don't think I didn't really get over to that section yet, because I think that will kind of depend what we do here before I sort of start detailing that any further. And yeah, like I said, this whole area is leveled up and it looks, doesn't that look terrible? I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, but like these buildings that I placed myself, I love it. I just love being able to choose it. I placed these buildings along the front here and this section. So this whole section here I did myself, and actually this parking lot back here. You know, I did quite a bit. Oh, and also this area here too. Yeah, yeah, I was dabbling all over the city, just doing little bits. I was having so much fun just building stuff. So we've got an elder care center here, which I thought was quite a nice spot. You know, it's on a main road, but you know, they got the beach there and all that, so it's quite nice. Yeah, so I thought maybe if I just place these buildings myself, so the front looks good, then we can kind of ignore the back. But the problem was all these buildings leveled up and became super tall. So then they're all tall, the buildings they placed. But anyway, I'm leaving it for now because we need the population, like I said. So, and don't worry about the minus 16,000. We're still making money. I guess our budget is so kind of wild. Like, we're spending a lot on services, but I think because of all the sporting venues that we have, we keep making money still. Like, we got these 3 stadiums that will earn us money with big wins and all that kind of stuff. So that helps. That helps. You know what? Let's build together a pier. Now, this is anything I build, you know, not in time lapse. This is all an experiment. I have no idea if this is going to work. If it looks really ugly, don't worry, I'll fix it in a time lapse. That's the thing. All right, so I think I'll line it up. We should line it up with the main road, right? Or maybe even this road, because that's where the tram stop is. Somewhere around here. Let's just build and see what happens. So this is gonna come, how far, wait, how big is the roller coaster? It's not that big, is it? Because we're basically gonna place the roller coaster and then maybe a couple other things, and then that's it. All right, so let's get around here, let's just build. So well, I guess I don't even know. Let's just build here and then see if it's big enough, and then we'll go from there. And if it's not big enough, we'll make it bigger. Or if it's too big, we'll make it smaller. All right, so let's select all this, all these points. I guess, you know what? It's probably easier doing it this way. All right, so let's level this all to this one back here. Whoa, that looks great. Oh yeah, that was something else I did. Oh my gosh. I don't think it caused too much issue, but when I was building, I was clicking around, I was trying to get something, I was like, and then I accidentally placed a water source right here, like this size of water source. So I basically spawned an ocean here, and it like flooded, it actually really badly flooded this trench here of the train. A few buildings were destroyed. I don't think any lives were lost though, so I think we're okay. But it was rough. We've got a lot of warnings around the city, but don't worry about that. I think it's not enough customers or something, isn't it? Let's see. Yeah, we're working on that. Especially when we get the airport in, we'll get more people. It'll be fine. Okay, let's level this out. Grab our terrain tool. We're gonna level to, I guess here, where it's sort of level with that. Bring up this middle section, and then we'll see if this is big enough, and we'll go from there. I should probably pause, maybe, like, right? I should probably probably pause. Yeah, it'd be fine. All right, let's do that. And then what I'm gonna have to do, I think, because these are kind of facing the wrong way, you can see, I think if I just like move them a little bit, then I kind of like reset them. Yeah, there you go. And that one. There you go. All right, so that should, okay, there we go. Now, let's see. Let's make a new district park. I think this could be a good, what am I doing? How do I play this game? Where are parks? Yeah. Yeah. This could be a potentially really good, just gonna have to go all the way there, have an entrance here somewhere. Oh, it doesn't have to. Wait, does it have to be on a road? I think it does. Ooh, that could be a problem. Hang on. Small park main gate. Must be on a roadside. Ooh, okay. Oh, that's okay. Because Santa Monica has like a road going down to it, doesn't it? The Santa Monica Pier. That's all right. We can work with that. We can work with that. All right, we'll just do a small road and we'll do like, well, not too small, but smaller road. I don't really want pathway on it though. Well, I mean, I do, but I'm going to build my own pathway. All right, let's go from here. How's this going to work? Is this going to work? Awesome. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And then we'll do like a parking lot. I guess maybe I should use the parking lot road. Maybe that would be a better choice. If I use this, is that a better choice? Yeah, that is a better choice, I think, because it's smaller. I did want a small road. All right, is this gonna mess up this intersection? Well, mess it up more. Bring that back, bring this back. Oh my gosh, this is not good. Oops, what did I do? Okay, that's all right. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so then this point here, these need to be the same height. Otherwise it's gonna look very weird. I don't think I'll bother doing an actual like road crossing. I'm just gonna have this the same level. It's just gonna be like that. Like I think that's fine because then it almost looks like a speed bump for this road too. Oh, you know what we need? Do I have that? Oh, what's it called? There's like that archway. Is it called arch? Probably not. Oh wait, where did I use it? I used it over here. I remember it was over here. This, yes. I think, is this a unique building? I think it is. City, oh, it is called, it is, I knew it was called Arch. City Arch. Oh, and it's like vanilla. Oh no, it's just a park thing. Awesome, because I want to use that as like a pier. Building already exists. Dang it, really? Can I just duplicate it with move it? Haha, sucker. I knew it was unique, but now it ain't. All right, which way does it face? Oh, either way. All right, so should we put, I guess it should be roadside maybe? Maybe here. Yeah, that works, because that actually fits over all of this, which is great. Awesome. I don't know, does this look messy? Like what is this? I got all these weird pathways going everywhere. Maybe the tram, wait, this one has to be there. You know what, I'm gonna roll with it. And like I said, I'll make it look better afterwards. Let's just see if this works. All right, we need parking. I think the Santa Monica Pier just has like parking like here somewhere. I don't know why I'm basing it off Santa Monica Pier. That's like, I guess that's my go-to theme park pier when well, I should stop saying theme, it's not a theme park. Go to like carnival ride pier that I can think of and that I've actually been to. So I can, you know, at least draw some decent sort of reference from it. All right, so this is gonna be, I'm gonna have to make this level, I think, because otherwise the parking, like the cars that park in it are gonna be so wonky. So let's just make it all the same height and this pathway, not pathway, this road as well. Let's just level it all, maybe to here. And then we can actually raise up the pier as well. Because I feel like a pier should probably be higher than this anyway. So let's do that. Let's grab nodes. There we go. Oh, there we go. There we go. We only need the nodes anyway. I guess I might also have to move the entire pier a little bit, maybe. Oh no, it's probably fine actually. Let's level it all to there. There we go. And then let's level the land in the middle as well to the same point. And that should be good. And I guess we'll extend the quay probably further down here. And I actually might just have this one do a 90-degree turn at this point. And I'm actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do it like this. So I'm just gonna build it. Because if you join them, you get a really curvy looking section, but I kind of just want a 90-degree section here. So I'm gonna just do it this way. Level that to there. Okay, and this one just needs to come back. I guess actually to there. Annoyingly, because I need this one without a fence. What if I do this? This might work. Yeah, there we go. We got the the camera. We got the fenced one and then, and then the non-fenced version, because we obviously don't want to block the other bit of the key visually with a fence anyway. Is this necessary to be this detail oriented with this? Probably not, but I think it makes everything look a little bit nicer. Let's level it all so it's the same height so we can be sure of that. This is the wonkiest section. So can I straighten that out maybe? That needs to be there. That needs to be, oh, there we go. That's better. Yeah. Oh, wait, how is it still not? Hang on. There and then there. Yeah, there we go. Cool. All right, that's better, that's better. And then I just moved this fence line into there, and then they join at a beautiful angle. Did this even work? Can I even level that? Oh, I can. Okay, good. Okay, let's unpause, wait for this water to go crazy. That's potentially gonna be pretty cool. I guess should we move this? Or should we just leave it there? I guess it could be like a historical thing, maybe. I mean, they're separate things, you know. It's like the London Eye isn't near here. I don't know, whatever. All right, how do we do this? Let's get this road, build this here. That looks terrible. I don't like how the little roads join to the big parking lot road, but that actually kind of works. I don't mind that. Let's just do that. Okay. Then parking, let's just get that in. How big can we go? Here we go. One there. That's too big on that side. Do a smaller one. And then we're going to do EV. Gotta love the EV charging. Oh, actually, hang on. You know what? Maybe I should do the accessible parking over this side. Okay, let's move the EV. I'm a big supporter of EV parking and charging, mostly because I own an EV. I'm always going to add it in, but I think accessible parking is probably more important. So let's do that. There we go. I guess not that either of this matters in City Skylines at all, but whatever. You know, we like to have fun. And then maybe just a little regular spot just to finish off that section. There we go. Cool. Whoa, there's already people parked there. Okay, and then we definitely need like a pathway just here to connect up to it because, oh, the other thing I want to do, let's just get this out. So basically, whoa, yeah, we got the road there, but I actually just want the pathway here as well, you know? Probably, I don't know how to do it on both sides. Yeah, I need to turn off snapping for a second. It just needs to be more about there. There we go. Now, can I just join this? No. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there. Yeah, that's it. Did put a bench in the middle of this road. That could be a problem, but we'll leave it for now. Let's put this here. We'll figure, you know, I might have to do a proper crossing there because it's kind of a little mess with what I've done. All right, that's looking better. That means, hey, please use the road. I built this big, beautiful road and you're just cutting across. The heck, dude? All right, let's get rid of this section because, oh, you know what I could do? Invisible pathway. It's gonna drag us, okay. You know, when I said that, I thought it would look better. Dirt. I thought it would be like hidden underneath, nice and neatly. Okay, plan B, we're gonna use this, but I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. No, there we go. And we grab this, make it, whoa. Okay, just game, could you not? Why is it so insistent on putting benches on that section, by the way? It's like infinitely small. I didn't want it. I just wanted this intersection here. Actually, you know what? I might be able to get that. Hang on. Can I do it with node controller? Custom. Oh, yes. I mean, it doesn't really do what, you know what? That doesn't do what I want at all. What if I now join them with an invisible path? Can you just get rid of the benches on it? The benches is kind of what's ruining it for me. Okay. Like the other stuff, I'm just going to leave it like that. Can first of all, people still cross? Good. That's kind of the most important thing, as long as they can actually access it. Okay, next step. God, why does this look so bad? Next step, let's build this all the way down to here, because I think it should just continue all the way down. And then we just level this section like that. And then hopefully now will this go the right way? Yeah, there we go. Awesome. So that goes all the way down there. Oh, I gotta do the same with this side. I'm gonna build it all the way to there. And again, same thing here. I'm not actually gonna join these two. It's gonna do the old 90-degree intersection. Oops, like that. Yeah, because you get the nice sharp edge, which I quite like. Oh. I guess I just built this in a random line. Hang on. Let me at least try to line it up a bit. I don't know if I want a gap here. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Maybe I should just bring it closer. Because there's not really much I can put there, so let's just do that. Yeah, that's better. I mean, I guess this doesn't have to go all the way to this pathway on this side at least. So I might maybe even, let's just go there into the middle of that bush. Cool. Now let's select all these, make sure it's the same height as all this stuff. All right, there we go. So we got a bit of terrain coming up here, mostly because the road is there, so it's actually pulling it up. Slightly annoying, but I think that's okay. I mean, that's fine. We'll just make it look like it's supposed to be like that. But yeah, I think overall the actual structure of this is looking pretty good. I mean, I guess maybe we should just do concrete on the bottom here. Maybe just use surface paint. Oh, actually, hang on. Why don't we first get rid of the sand on here? So then the underlying, whoa, okay, maybe, whoa, hang on. The default sand thing in this game is so weird. Anyway, let's do that. Then we'll do surface paint. I guess there's no reason to do that, but this is what I did. Yeah, just so all of this is just, I don't know, concrete. I mean, ideally probably a wooden pier would look better, but I don't have wood, so concrete it is. How would you even do wood? I guess maybe decals. Oh, decals could look good. Maybe I can look into that. A little bit of funkiness here with the pathway, but I'll just paint over it. Should be fine. And then this section probably just needs some plants or something to make it look better. I don't know. Let's just paint that and then we'll figure that out later. I need to figure out this whole entrance thing as well. I think maybe having all of this in the same spot is not good, but we'll get to that. Okay, so we got our base, which I feel like this alone looks kind of cool. Oak grounds, probably not. Let's call it Bowser Pier, because we're in Bowser Bay. Makes sense. Oh, why did I not do a space? That was strange. Also, let's see if we can actually place the theme park entrance. Side gate, main gate. There we go. So if we do that, that does actually work. Do we want that? That seems like it's maybe too much. Like, I think I also want to do maybe some like nightclubs and stuff down here, which makes sense. So I think maybe we'll just do the small gate. Oh, that is the small gate. All right, well, I guess we have to do that then. Fair enough. Ready then? I guess, I mean, that doesn't even reach that. Well, actually, where do I want this? Maybe over here is better. Can I just like visually join it there? I can, but I think it's good. Well, let me think about this. I guess we could have nightclubs and stuff here because we can zone on this road. That works. So I guess this has to be down this way anyway, because this has to be joined to the road. So maybe we do it there. Let's do that. And I'm going to join those two. Then I'm going to put a node here just to hopefully then be able to control the node and actually just move the benches and stuff off of that. Yeah, that works. And then that almost looks like a speed bump again, which I quite like. All right, then we're going to do another pathway. I guess what I'm going to do, let me just have this go here and then if I can just join this right there. Awesome. I love how that worked. Actually, I guess I don't need that node anymore. Let's see if we get rid of that. What happens? Look, it's not ideal. If I move that back a smidge, I think this maybe needs to go. Whoa. No. Just a little. Well, no. It kind of hides all the parking spaces too, which is interesting. Let's just leave it like that. Whatever. Okay, then let me get my zoning. I guess that there's no zoning because this is. Oh, wait, I can put zoning tiles on that pathway, which is handy. I mean, I guess it wouldn't normally work if you were placing stuff, but we have a road there, so there is actually access. So if we go music club, building already exists. Oh, dang it. Dang unique buildings. Here we go. We need some of these. Yeah, get some of the clubs down here. Oh, that's it. That's it. Those are our choices. About like Barnes and Noble. Yeah. I mean, I guess we could have a Barnes and Noble down here on the pier. What else should we put on the pier? Pottery Barn. Oh wait, Dave and Buster's. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh boy, that gets rough on that side. Is this too big to have on this pier though? Like maybe I'm doing buildings that are too big. I mean, that's definitely too big. I guess those are all right. I don't know. We'll come back to that. Let's do the actual park thing, which the whole point of this. I guess the park should actually start down here then where the entrance is. So do that. There'll be this section here. I don't really need to cut it in like that, but whatever. I guess let's get rid of that because we don't want another way to get into this park. I'm gonna have this go straight along there. We could get it going down there, having like stairs. That'd be sweet. Maybe we can do an invisible path and do like the stair one. Okay, let's get the roller coaster out here. That's kind of the only thing that really matters, to be honest. This does not, oh my gosh. I did not line this up very well at all. It's like crooked. Okay, it's not perfect, but that's better. Okay, finally. Yes, this is definitely gonna fit. That's awesome. Wait, this can be placed along the quay, interestingly. Not that I want to do that. Let's put it, which side do we want it on? I guess this side. Yeah, let's go here. And then I'm going to have to move it. Actually, maybe we should go the other side. Hang on. Annoying that these pathways like pull up the land around us. I guess if I use an invisible pathway, or even actually if I just use one of these, I don't think it will, right? Yeah. Right, so we just have to, if we want to do it this way, we got to make sure this place looks good. Otherwise, it's going to look real bad not having a visible pathway. Because, I mean, the interesting thing is then we can do like sort of curved pathways like that so people will sort of walk around a little bit differently, which I think is a nice idea. Okay, finally, roller coaster. Here we go. I don't think that's snapping on the pathway, annoyingly, so I'm just going to move the whole thing closer. All right, let's put this basically as close as we can without lifting up too much terrain. I don't mind some terrain because I'll do like rock details and all that kind of stuff, so if we put it like there, then this pathway, as you can see, is underneath that, so we're going to move it. We'll just get this pathway like right on the edge here, like that. And then you can come, I don't know why you'd walk so curved to that area, so I'll build a better one. I think we could do this and then maybe have something. Why is this placing in the air now? How does this game not make anything, like why is this doing that? It's like on the ground. Why? I guess I could just actually use the invisible. Okay, so the pathway's here, which means we can get like, oh, we gotta get this. Oh, can you go? I just want it on this side. It's really loving to place on the keys and not on my pathways, which is really, I didn't think this would be this hard to build. Oh yeah, this is kind of what I just want to, oh, these decals actually, kind of forgot about that. It's going to make everything look, because it all has like these really square bases. Kind of forgot about. Like if things don't line up, you can clearly tell. Oh no. Guys, my plan is kind of falling apart. It was good in theory. Just do this, and I'm just going to place them like this. Yeah, we're going to kind of have to square everything a little bit more than I thought. That's okay. We'll just have to do rocks and stuff there. Okay, I'm about to find something to put here too. Also, this pathway looks really strange now. Oh, actually, this might fit somewhere here. Oh, yeah, totally. Let's just put this in. Kind of weird, again, because of the the platforms it puts everything on, but whatever. Piggy train, yeah! All right, so the problem with this is again, it's snapping to the pier, but I guess what we can do is flip it around and just place him in. Now, I definitely, well, actually, maybe we shouldn't do another Ferris wheel because we got one right there, so it might look a bit much. We could either do this guy, maybe, well, no, I think the roller coaster should be the tallest thing. So let's do this one. I'm gonna move this back here. How's this gonna work? Is it gonna work? Because we gotta have the, actually we could probably use our terrain edit thing that we have. And by that, I mean why is my find it not working? Find it, hello? Okay, I'll click it manually. Terraform, here we go. The Terraform network. The only downside, which is kind of a big downside, for some reason, it complains when it's flooded, which we've discovered on our festival island. So I think I need to maybe just get a mod to turn off or to hide the warnings. Or is that even a mod? Can I just do that in settings? Yeah, it's a setting. I can hide far away ones, but I don't think about close ones I can. So far away ones means at least the rest of the city looks safe. But yeah, when you zoom in, you sort of see them. Oh, that's actually not so bad. So over here, we're using the network. It's like down here. It's like, oh, it's flooded. It's like, yeah, it doesn't matter though. It just allows us to control the terrain around buildings that like pull it up, which is really nice. So we can just bring this down like that and it looks normal, which is great. But I guess we'll see in just a second that it'll be like, oh, I'm flooded. Okay, let's get this pathway as well. So this just has to run in front of it here. I don't know where the pathway is here. I can't see it because it's kind of the the downside. Oh, it actually stops there. Okay, that's it. I think I joined to it. I actually can't tell. It's really hard to tell it's plugged in. Yeah, so like, oh, it's like, oh no, we're flooded. Okay, I think this has like the basis of a good idea. Like I said when I started this project, I think I'm gonna need to spend some more time on this. And if you guys got suggestions, please let me know. And maybe I will get a mod to just, I think isn't there a mod where you can turn off specific ones? Like if I just turn off the flooding notification, that's kind of the main one that's annoying. Also, the gray is really drab. I think maybe we need to get some sort of something different here because gray, the gray concrete looks rough, doesn't it? Oh, look at this guy flip. So I mean, I guess they, oh wait, that's a problem. Wait, that means people, if they can walk along the quays, that means someone could probably walk along and sneak into the park. Dang it. Oh, and this is pretty cool though. I like this theory or this, what we got going on. Can we get a few more, maybe like restaurants or something here? That would work too. Even just fast food, I guess. Actually, yeah, beach restaurant, there you go. Actually, what if I said beach? What other beach stuff do we have? Beach bar, Patty's Pub. I don't know, it doesn't seem that beachy to me. I kind of want to put it over here, but I don't know if that's close enough to a road. Let's see. Because I mean, there's a road right there. It just seems like this could be a good spot for something. We really need to, I think I need to detail this with like outdoor dining props and stuff because I think that would look awesome. Yeah, let's get Patty's Pub right here next to the Chirpy Land. All right, what else could we actually put here? I need like restaurants. Oh, actually maybe the eco stuff, healthy weeds, or is it, you know, I need growable as well. Eco commercial stuff, yeah. Oh, what about, yeah, the market stuff could be good actually down here. Like what's this? I don't really know what that's supposed to be. What is this? The eco center. Sure, let's go with that for now. That's very eco too. E-coastal the hostel. Actually, that's good. Accommodation. There you go, you can stay down on the pier. Obviously, need to do a lot of detailing, trees, planters, something other than concrete, but I like it. I like the way this is going. Hopefully this should actually draw a lot more people as well to this area and to like this tram line. And also just to the beach area too. I mean, we've had one visitor so far, pretty epic. Although, yeah, there's definitely people coming down here now, for sure. There's some people coming down, which is great. We could even potentially, can we do a pier off the end of this? We can, but look, it's definitely too high up. It looks ridiculous. It looks ridiculous. What about, where's regular parks in here? Fishing pier. Can we have a fishing pier off the end of this pier? Oh, it needs a road. That's so annoying. No, Bob. It's been a while since we've seen good old Bob. Oh my God, go away. Okay. All right, we got people parking here, which is pretty epic. Oh, this is cool. This is cool. All right, so I like that. Now, my other plans moving forward, because I'm going to leave that there for today, this section. Yeah, I think maybe, so this area, let me get rid of these old mansions. People died in these like maybe 100 years ago, and they've just been up here ever since. Yeah, what do you reckon up here? Because this is also prime real estate. It's like in the middle of all of this. It's pretty tall. We could do, the problem with doing this kind of thing, the low density, is like it it's kind of, because it's surrounded by these really tall skyscrapers, it's just a little awkward. That was the weird thing about having mansions up here, was that you have a mansion that looks into someone's bedroom in the apartment over there. Like, it doesn't really work. Kind of the same thing with the housing. So maybe, I don't know, I mean, we could just do more of this kind of stuff, these houses. Like, I mean, it just is what it is. It's higher density housing. I don't think the low density stuff there works. Or we could just, maybe I can just cram in more high rises, because we need to try and hit 65,000. Like I said, if we get to 65,000, well, it says just that at the moment, hang on. Whoops, hang on. If I go back and come back again, there it is. Yeah, if we hit 65,000, we unlock everything, all the tiles on the map, which is pretty epic. So we could just try doing more high density. I also actually want to fill in this section here too, because we've just got this blank space here, which I think will be more of this. It's almost like a modern revival of this area. You know, we've got some old buildings mixed in, some newer builds. I really like that sort of aesthetic around here. So maybe we'll do some more of that. And then maybe we'll just see where we're at with a population. And then if we just want to click the button. Now, also a cargo hub, that's long been planned to be over here somewhere. And I'm not against maybe terraforming to make this area a little bit bigger, because it is a bit small. I don't know if we'll have enough room for all the cargo stuff I want to do. Because we've got the rail here, which I believe is all hooked up to the cargo line, which is fantastic. So once that's here and going, that'll be good. But we might need a bit more space than what we have around here. So that'll be coming up. I think I'll either work on the cargo stuff in the next episode, or filling in these spaces to try and get more population. Also this little area here. But this area is just going to be low density, like more houses and stuff. So that won't add too much population. And likewise, probably out here is low density. This cargo yard as well through here would be cool. I guess maybe I can do the cargo stuff here when I do the cargo hub. That makes sense to me. But yeah, I guess I'm going to leave this part here. I hope to not leave you as long as I did between the last two parts. I love this sort of road coming down the middle here. I think that looks really cool. Again, yeah, apologies for that. You know, things have been really busy over here, especially, you know, with the other channel. Whenever that gets really busy, it's really hard to try and have content on both, especially because these days on both channels, I'm doing a lot more editing and a lot more recording for one video. Like years ago when we did daily videos on both this channel and the other one, man, well, number one, they didn't really have any editing at all. You know, that's just how YouTube was then. And number two, I also had way more time. I was by myself, lived alone, and I had nothing else to do with my time. Now, you know, live in a house, live with my partner, with our dog, renovating our home. It's pretty epic. But yeah, that just means I'm committed to trying to figure out a good way to balance this channel and the other one. I love this channel. It's so much fun to play other games. I love The Sims, but I love other games too. So that's just a little update for you guys. Hopefully that makes sense. And also, I really love this whole city area. I'm also looking forward to, like I said, maybe building somewhere else. I'm building something else. Airport would be good. Oh yeah, the highway. So this is what I was mentioning earlier. The highway. This is pretty much our main highway. Feeds directly into the city here, and then I just drive through all the suburbs. So I'm actually looking forward to probably, I don't know if we'll fully redirect it, but this highway here, maybe come more this way and join up to this section, because we're using this as a highway, and I will continue to do that. I actually quite like this road. But the way it connects to our city currently, this will probably change. Like, I don't know if this will stay as a highway, this road. Like, this will probably just turn into a regular road. And then this highway could probably continue up and have an interchange there or something. I don't know. It'll be good to have a proper connection so they don't have to go through the suburbs. But yeah, anyway, that's it. See you next time. Hopefully way sooner. I'm keen. I love this game. We're going to play more. And actually the new DLC, I'm excited to see what that actually has in it too. For pedestrians and all that kind of stuff. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. And have an awesome day.